MacGyver.
With EVE's third decade on the horizon, and EVE Forever now officially a CCP mantra, many people are voicing their opinions on what New Eden needs going forward. Nobody's asked for my opinion on the subject, and I'm happy to share it. First up, 00 Space. I haven't lived in Null for 14 years, so the current problems aren't experienced by me firsthand. The ongoing issues, however, are clear for anyone who has been unfortunate enough to stumble into the EVE subreddit or the official forums. Here's what I think 00 should bring in the third decade. From the outset, there should be an understanding. Space is not our natural environment. Rather like being deep underwater, the natural order of things is trying to kill us. No air, radiation, a vacuum, freezing temperatures. If you've ever read the description of what happens to a person who is ejected from an airlock in the expanse, then you know what I'm talking about. Pilots in EVE spend all of their time in space. In ships, pods, structures and stations, there's no atmospheric planetary protection. There should be a constant awareness of this fact, that nowhere is truly safe. And nullsec above everywhere else should be wild. It should be full of risk at every turn. This natural order trying to kill humans should be prevalent, active and effective. People should be terrified to undock. The behaviour of rats in nullsec is no different from the rats in lowsec. They're just a bit bigger. That shouldn't be the case. Hopping from asteroid belt to asteroid belt or in cosmic sigs away from normal traffic. Before alliances claimed such large areas of space, the rats posed as much danger as they do now. With the tools given to alliances to secure their space, the danger provided by the resident NPCs should now increase significantly to make it more of a challenge to keep that space, particularly if other alliances are not providing that challenge themselves. Nullsec rats should play a bigger part in making their home more dangerous. You've seen Edencom and Trig ships battling it out around stations in Poshven, warping in and out. This is what the rats in nullsec should be like. AI fleets attacking those who dare undock where they live, attacking structures, making life hell. 00 Space should not be a controllable space, it should be hell, an untamed area where the rewards truly have to be earned. Let's see Trig Sinos, Serpentis Dreads, Garista Supercarriers, all hell bent on removing those damn humans from their systems. As it stands, rats pretty much sit around waiting for pilots to come to them. Make them more proactive, give them the ability to endanger structures in an unpredictable manner, give them a part to play in the larger null block narrative. Real life plans can often be pulled off course by unplanned interventions. Let's do the same to 00 residents. You've seen gas clouds in missions which cause damage. Let's have them spawn on nullsec gates until they're huffed away by special mods. They lie there damaging anything that gets too close, and no bubbles on that gate until it's clear. And make the gas that comes from those clouds valuable if you like. If a pilot feels safe to undock in the most dangerous claimable system in New Eden, then what's the point? There are large, possibly stagnant areas of New Eden where the pilots are bedded in and can avoid conflict. Large blocks who currently exist without major conflict or danger. Let's bring the danger back. Raise the rewards too, but make the risk real. Which brings me on to point 2, the rewards. Plex has drastically increased in price, as have skill injectors. ISK doesn't go as far as it used to due to inflation. Inflation should affect everything, but it hasn't. When you combine it with scarcity, the fact is that there's less to spend in all areas of space. So with inflation affecting everything, it should also be applied to bounties. While the economy has changed, scaled up and ISK is worth less, we've never seen an increase in bounties. Why should this remain untouched by inflation? It's unrealistic that a game that prides itself on a realistic economy would see bounties, effectively a payment for a job done, not also fluctuate. Bounties should therefore increase. Why not have them calculated based as a proportion of Plex value? So if the cost of playing goes up, so does the bounty. In addition to this, you can increase the materials available to players if you increase both the amount that rats drop and the amount that can be salvaged from wrecks. It's a way of giving more to all players during a time when ISK is less prevalent due to both in-game changes and real-life fiscal pressures. Plus, it gets players in ships in space. My third suggestion is one that I made on Twitter a couple of months ago, and it's been maturing in my brain ever since. In the system of New Eden is the Eve Gate. Well, it's 3 light years away from the system, but it's undeniably there. It's huge and dominates the skies. That's how humans originally came to New Eden thousands of years ago. The gate may be destroyed, it's too dangerous to get close, according to lore. Plus it would take 51 years at the fastest ship speed, but there's still something there emitting all the energy that we can see. What if this 3rd decade of Eve saw something happen to the gate? What if a gate was not destroyed, and not only still existed, but became active? What if after thousands of years, New Eden had contact from Sol? What would the intervening years have done to humans? The narrative could go anywhere, and I could see that story bringing many players back to Eve. Are the humans from Sol friendly, technologically advanced, in need of help? Would it be possible to link back to Sol, to see Earth? The possibilities are exciting. My 4th suggestion: continue to remove mechanics that support AFK play. We've already seen this happen with the removal of indefinite cloak mechanics. Let's go a step further. The approach location function, for example, is one of the tools in the bot's arsenal. They can leave the looting script running, knowing that if they're bumped, their ship will just reapproach the location. If the approach location function switches off when the ship reaches its location, this would stop. They would instead have to factor in the approach location command into their scripts, and that's something that the client could detect. And here's an expansion to this suggestion: anti-cheat mechanics. Build them into the client. Learn how to differentiate between human and automated input. We get robot I am human detection on most forms filled out nowadays. If a pilot is issuing a particular set of commands at precise or exact intervals, then that's a dead giveaway that something isn't right. I have many other suggestions, but they're more like tweaks. For the love of God, let us probe down wrecks. Let us shoot probes. Let us have a tool to extract skill points or implants from corpses. What would be your suggestions for the next 10 years of EVE Online? I'm Magaibo. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you again next time.